Well, we are all too familiar with damages that strong winds and heavy rain from hurricanes can do to homes. But there are ways to strengthen your home to help minimize possible storm damage. And taking these steps can also possibly lower your insurance rates. Dan Mills with the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans is here with some insight. Dan, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Kelsey. Thanks.
So let's talk about everyone's roof. The roof is what you said is most closely tied to your insurance rates, and you were saying that whether you have a brand new roof or your roof's ending its lifetime cycle, its life cycle, we need to have some conversations. So let's talk about the people with the new roofs first.
You know, we're facing so much issue with this insurance price, so we've got to look at roofs. That's the number one thing that drives those insurance costs. And so we've done a lot to improve the resiliency of the roof, and we passed new codes. The state of Louisiana passed new codes in Louisiana, so when you're dealing with roofs, make sure your roofer is doing things like ensuring the nail pattern meets it. It should be 6-inch spacing. Make sure that the decking is adequate according to the code, which became law, and make sure that you have an underlayment. You have to have a secondary water barrier that waterproofs the decking before shingles go on, and those should be architectural grade shingles. So this became law on January 1st. Make sure your roofer is doing those things if you're having roof work done.
And if your roof is new, maybe talk to your roofer to make sure they did those things and make some changes if need be?
Right, so all new roofs are built to this standard, and re-roofing Jefferson Parish will now be inspecting. So a permit is required for re-roofs in Jefferson Parish as of August 5th. So that helps ensure that your contractor is doing the right thing.
And let's talk about people who have not gotten a new roof in a long time, but might be nearing the point where it's time to start having those conversations. What should they be doing, and how can those steps they take help with their insurance rates?
Yeah, if you have a roof that's 20 years old on your house, it's probably coming towards the end of life in our environment. So it's important to think about replacement. There is a great grant program coming for the Louisiana Fortify program at ldi.la.gov. You can find out more details. You might be able to get up to $10,000 to help replace your roof today. But the grants are limited, and it's going to be a run for it. So it's coming up in the beginning of October. So take a look at that. It's a good opportunity.
And I forgot to ask you about, is there a grant for people who are getting new roofs, or who the insurance break I forgot to mention that. We forgot to talk about that with the newer roofs.
There are discounts associated with the code installed house roof or with the Fortified program. There are grants available.
So really important stuff. So take a look at your roof, talk to your roof inspector, and this is something that you might want to be starting to look at right now, especially as we kind of safely get by that peak of hurricane season. Some good news there. Dan, you were also telling me in the hallway that there's a big event coming up that you guys are sponsoring, that you really want people to participate in.
We do a fishing tournament every year that supports the Wish to Fish Foundation. It's going to be out at Lake Catherine on September 30th, and folks can register and win up to $5,000 in prizes, and they can register at hbagno.org.
What's the Wish to Fish Foundation?
The Wish to Fish Foundation supports LA Seafood and fishermen that are in our areas. And by the way, the event is sponsored by LA Seafood, so we're going to have a shrimp boil after the event.
Well, there you go. Always ending up with a party. Well, Dan, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.